So I'm going to teach you guys today about Neapolitan 6 chords. So have any of you guys ever heard of that? No? Okay.
I've heard of Neapolitan, but I can't explain it to you.
Okay, no, that's okay. I was just wondering if you've heard the term before. No, that's totally cool. But Neapolitan, it's hard to explain. But so all right. So I want to show you what it is. So a Neapolitan 6 chord is well, the 6 means it's in first inversion. It's for a Neapolitan chord, it's always going to be in first inversion. Can you not see?
You're fine.
Okay. So it's supposed to be an N. Ignore my awful handwriting. So let's go solfege. Do you guys play chords on solfege? Do you guys know how to do that?
Yeah, I'm sure we could.
Okay. Right. I cannot do things today. Okay, so the solfege for a Neapolitan 6 chord is fa, lay, and ra. So you take the second scale degree in any key and you lower it. Neapolitan chords work really well in minor because the lay is already in the key. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Again, I'm not supposed to do this part.
You're doing fine.
All right. So somebody pick a key.
A flat major.
A flat major, cool. So 4 flats. So in a Neapolitan, for building a Neapolitan chord in A flat major is well, you take the 4th, the 6th, and the 2nd scale degree. Well, you would lower the 6th and you would lower the 2nd. So that would be D, F flat, and B flat. Yeah.
B flat's really important. Is it D flat or B flat?
B flat. That's why it looked weird. Thank you. So that would be what. Again, it's always in first inversion, so you'll always have a 6 between the lower note and the top note. You know, inversions. I am really sorry. So why don't we try building one together? That sounds great. All right. Someone pick a key. Not E flat. You know what? I'll give you one. E flat minor. No. Wow. E minor. It's too early in the morning for that. All right. So you would take the 4th, the 6th, and you don't have to lower it because it's in minor, and a lowered 2nd. So what would the notes be?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
C.
A.
C.
C.
F natural.
F natural. Good. Yep. And here's what it sounds like. What am I doing wrong? That is not right.
No, playing 6 is lower. Look, it's a minor chord. It's already late, right?
Give me a second, I'm sorry. Alright, let me back up. I know what I did wrong. It's not B flat. It's B double flat. Because it's raw. That's what I'm doing wrong. But that doesn't sound right either. That's right. That doesn't sound right. What am I doing? Alright, I'm not panicking yet. Alright, why don't we... Here, on your handout, I have a chord progression. Maybe this be a...
Did you lower the sixth? Were we in E minor?
Yeah.
Oh, E minor, okay.
I mean, I could be that I'm just not hearing it right, so I hope that's... Okay. Alright. Let's skip to my part.
Is it
Alright.
because of the inversion? Isn't that why it didn't sound right?
It's supposed to be like that. But I don't know if I'm just hearing it wrong. Could be what it is. Alright, well, we'll go to my section. Because I know all of that stuff's right. Maybe it's... Alright. So... Or just this. Oh, maybe it is right. It is right, I'm sorry. You know why? It's because of the voice. When you actually put it into context of voicing, it actually sounds like it's supposed to. That's why it doesn't sound right. So, my bad, I'm sorry. Bear with me here, I'm really sorry. I am not very cool. I'm not very cool. My partner not to be here either. So, alright. Do you guys think you know? Oh, okay. Does that make sense on like how to, like just the notes in general of what's going to be in the Neapolitan chord? Okay. Okay. So let's go to the handouts that I gave you. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the piano for the, I'm gonna play the whole chord progression on piano. And what we're gonna do, well, what you guys are gonna do is sing the soprano line. Okay? Within your range and all of that, okay? So, start from the top. Okay, wait, so here's your note. Here's your note. Here, we'll sing the first line together, okay? So, on sol. Okay?
Yep.
So, 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so, alright, let's put that into context of the whole chord. So, sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Let's start over. Not completely over, but you know what I mean. Alright. So on your handouts, you see the first chord progression. It's in A minor. So, the chord progression is 1 major 6, 2 diminished, 5, and then 1. The 2 diminished is an easy chord. Like this chord progression is a really good one to transition into Neapolitans because the diminished 2 chord, you're only changing 1 note. And that is the second. So in A minor, without looking at your handouts, what is the 2 diminished 6 chord? EDF, good. So in an inversion, it would be
DFB.
DFB. Cool. Awesome. So what's the second scale degree? Of A. B? Okay, cool. So you're literally taking this 2 6 chord and making a Neapolitan. Not by doing that. By doing that. Lowering the I was right. Oh my god. I am so sorry, guys. I'm not usually like this, I promise. But lowering the second scale degree, which is B. So, see? So, yeah, it's basically anyway. So alright, let's sing the chord progressions. At the bottom of the first page of the handout, there are chord progressions. We're gonna sing it in minor, so you can ignore the parentheses notes. So let's do that. Let's go in D minor. Okay? So sing in solfege, and we'll sing together, okay? Alright. So 1, 2, ready, go. Do, re, sol, re, do. Re, do, re, do, re. Fa, re, ra, re. I'm sorry, hold on. That's right. Okay. Start on the Neapolitan. So fa, le, ra, le, fa, sol, ti, re, ti, sol, do, re, sol, re, do. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Alright, so personally I like chord progressions. See, chord progressions let you like build it and hear it without actually like having to play it. It's so nice. So, do you guys work on chord progressions in your theory lab?
Playing them?
No, like singing them.
Not really. We haven't really been singing.
Okay. Well, that's okay. So, alright, let's look at the handout, because the handout is great. not because I just need it. Alright, so look at the first page. Again, we're looking at 3 different chord progressions. Now I showed you about building it in minor, and you guys did a little bit in major as well, but so okay. Think of 5 different things. All right. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay. So okay. For the major progression, it goes kind of like the minor progression. It goes 1, minor 6, Neapolitan 6, 5 and 1. So I'm jumping around, I apologize. But the Neapolitan acts as a predominant chord. So that means it's like in the 4 category. You guys know chord progressions? Okay, cool. So this would be the tonic, predominant, all the way to the dominant, then to the tonic. Cool. So I'm not using my marker anymore. So okay, we'll talk about voice. No, it's not. Let's sing the chord progression at the bottom of your first page in major this time. So you're gonna sing do, mi, and then la, do. So let's see. All right, we'll go in, start in a nice key of D. So 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, so, mi, do, la, la. Sorry. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? So let's start again. So 1, 2, ready, go. Do, mi, so, mi, do, la, do, mi, do, la, fa, le, fa, sol, ti, re, ti, sol, do, mi, so, mi, do. Okay. So so if you play it in a actual piano, like voices as well, it would sound like it would sound like that. But if you used correct voice, so in a major or minor key, it doesn't matter what like tonality you're in. Neapolitan's always going to be fa, le, ra. So it's always 4. In major, it's a lowered 6, and it's always a lowered 2nd. So that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about voice leading for a minute. I'm starting to run out of ideas. All right. And this will also be a nice segue into voicing too. So, all right, we'll stick in A minor. So it's gonna look just like the handout. All right, so the handout, what is the Neapolitan resolving to? I know this is like a trick question. 5. Yeah. Yeah. Neapolitan always resolves to 5. So let's take it out of this context for a minute. Okay. Alright. So in A minor, you have the Neapolitan. We'll build it together. So what would be so no. Okay, what would be the 4 in A minor?
D.
Yes. D. Then 6. F. And then
B flat.
B flat. Good. So we're going to take the Neapolitan out of context for a minute, and I'll show you kind of like resolving. So what's the 5 chord in C minor?
In C minor?
I mean, A minor, I'm sorry.
Okay, that's what I thought you meant, but I just want to make sure.
Okay.
That'd be E.
E.
G.
G. B natural. L. And G sharp. Alright. So this is gonna look a little funny. So I don't have board space. Alright, so we have E, G sharp, B natural. Alright. So when resolving the Neapolitan, this B flat, this raw, will always go to T. It'll always resolve to the 7th scale degree, 7th rate in minor, I guess. So this B flat will go to G sharp. And then the rest of these can usually go let's see, fa usually goes to sol. No, that's right. Lay goes to sol. Lay will always go down to sol. And then the fa can go to whatever's left, which in this case is the re. So yeah. Looks funny, doesn't it? It's like that leading tone type thing. Always think of like lowered notes. Well, in the Neapolitan sense, raw and lay are leading tones that resolve down. So you'll have the raw. So we'll go in A minor. So raw will go to T. And lay will go to sol. No, lay. Yeah, sol. So okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Alright, so since we took it out of context here, so building the Neapolitan, As a rule of thumb, never double a leading tone. So the best note to double in a Neapolitan would be the fa, or the fourth. So I think I actually did that right in my handout. So you have, the Neapolitan will always have the fa as the bass. So the fa is always the lowest note. I like to start there. So put the raw in next. That's what I like to do. It just leaves me some wiggle room. Double the fa, so I usually would put it there. And last but not least is lay. That makes sense. I'm literally just taking this. So building it voicing wise, you know, you have to have proper voice leading stuff, like, you know, not more than an octave between this, no parallel octaves or fifths or stuff like that. So, but a Neapolitan usually like eases away from that because it resolves so much differently. So resolving this, what would the B flat go to? I just gave you things. So B flat would go to, you guys know the answer. It's over there.
G sharp.
G sharp. And the only other thing that needs to resolve is the F, and it would go to yeah, E for the sol. And then for 5, you always want to try and double the bass. So technically the fa can go sol or re. For our purposes only. Wait, am I saying this right? Yes. Fa can go to re or sol. But always make sure that you have a re in there. So we're going to resolve this to an E. Yeah, and then this will go down to a D. No, wait, never mind. I know what I did wrong. Sorry. There. And these will just be the same note. Oh, that's actually really nice. So, because it's in first inversion, the E would have to be in the bass. That was my fault, I'm sorry. I actually do that. That's why I didn't do that. Ignore my handout. I don't know what I was doing. Wow, that's totally wrong. So, alright, so that gives you a general sense. Here, I'll play it on piano. So, with actual correct voice leading. So with this, it would be D, F, D, B flat. B flat would resolve to G sharp. This D would go to B, and these two would go to E. And then trying to think. Sorry, I have to resolve it. Okay. So that's that. We'll try this one more time in a different key and not use it. Okay, this is fine. Sorry, I'm trying to fill up 40 minutes too. Again, I was only supposed to do 20. Alright. Who wants wants to pick a key? Here, why don't you pick a key this time?
D major.
D major. Alrighty. Oddly enough, I actually have to think about this. Wow. You know, you've been in music school too long, you can't remember simple stuff. That's backwards. Alright. So, you can laugh, I'm sorry, I've been here too long. Alright, so. Alright, so building a Neapolitan in D major. So you would start with Fa. What's that? In D major. G? Okay. We'll put it down here. I like basic instruments. And then B is the 6. We'll write it down like this. And then would be Ra. Or 2. Flat 2. I'm actually gonna, so you don't have to do that anymore. That's my bad, I'm sorry. B flat? E flat. My bad. Okay, yes. Perfect. We have to lower the 6 though. So B flat. Well, you guys said that already. It's too early. Too many thinking. No. Okay. So double the Fa in G. Does
it matter where you double it?
Where you double it? No. It's just important, like you're not double a leading tone. You can technically.
So it doesn't matter what you double.
Yeah, no. So you could go. You could do that. You can do. E, G. No. I mean, you could technically do that. That's just really bad, though. But anyway, so you can really double it anywhere, or you can double it in the tenor. And you can do that, just as long as you're following like good voice leading and stuff. So yeah, actually, all of these are legitimate into this key. If you can read my handwriting, I'm very sorry about that. Or alternatively, you can put the G here for the tenor, for the bass. So, does that make sense? Here, let's open this up for questions.
Yep.
Do you guys have any questions for me? Is all this making sense? Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. I can tell you're a little scrambled, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
It makes the making sense.
Yeah. And like I said, like this whole building it and stuff I was supposed to teach you orally and contextualize it, not put on the spot. That's what you gotta do sometimes, you know? So yeah. So yes, you can double it in any voice, generally, so yes, all of these would work. All of these different examples, so just remember, like, the most important thing to remember is don't double Ra. Lay is semi-okay, just try not to do it, but roll up, double the Fa, so. I'm confusing myself now. Okay, so let's.
There wouldn't have been parallel fifths there, would there?
With the way it was resolving, not that I can tell.
I forget whether you wrote it in after the fact or not.
Here, let's actually find out. We'll take this one. So, this is a Neapolitan chord. Alright, so you have Fa down here. It should go to Sol. So it'll go to the A. Let's resolve this fa too. It will go down to re. So it'll go to the E. So that you can have double. It's the third time I've done that. E flat is the raw. So it'll go down to T, which is C sharp. Le would go to sol. No, you would not have parallel fifths.
Okay. There's a counter there wrong then.
It's because this is jumping,
Yeah.
like doing a skip,
Okay.
so it technically, so yeah, it's not doing parallel. Although there's probably something in there about tritones, but that's not really.
Is that the top one you said?
Sorry?
Sol of a key of D is like C.
Did I do this again wrong for the third time today? Yes, I did. You know what's funny is I'm a treble clef reader. I play clarinet. Thank you for that. No, that was, again, my fault, so yes. Alright. So, does that make sense? Like you can double the fa anywhere. Just make sure it's only once. Le goes to sol, ra goes to D. Cool. Alright, let's go to the second page of the handout. Because I can do this part pretty easily. Alrighty. So on the second page of your handout, you're going to find two wonderful little pieces by Beethoven that I absolutely love. And what we're going to do is so what key is this in? Just by glancing at it and actually so the first chord would be
That's C sharp minor, isn't
G sharp. Yeah, it would be E minor. I mean E.
C sharp. No.
No wait. Oh, you little devil.
E natural.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. What's that?
Frankie better play.
Yep. Sorry, my bad. I was playing an F. Why was I? So C sharp minor. that's totally okay. Hey, you guys got to hear it too. I wish I could play it. I can't. So C sharp minor. Alright. So let's figure out what raw would be in C sharp minor. It'll be really easy to find Neapolitans after this. So what's raw in C sharp minor?
D natural.
D natural. Cool. So where do you guys see a D natural at?
Third measure.
Yep. So right there, third measure, your third and fourth beat, that's a Neapolitan. So it would be so here's the raw. Cool. And then so the Neapolitan, and it resolves to the 5. So, alright. You guys all see that? Yeah, awesome. Alright, so the second example is in what key? A minor. Good. Alright, so what is raw? What's raw in A minor? The B flat, yeah. So where do you see the first B flat?
Third measure.
Third measure, again. Oh, it's always 3. So it's and it goes to yeah. So
But what's it sound like prior to that? Like warping into it.
oh, what does it sound like morphing in? Well, why don't we analyze that? So alright, so the beat before, what do we have?
D and C.
That is a bad example, never mind. Go to the fourth beat of the second measure, I'm sorry.
The fourth beat? Or 3.
3, sorry. Oh, hey, wait, never mind, you guys are done. Sorry. I don't want to keep you.